So we are continuing our dream series. We are continuing our series that will show you step by step how to achieve whatever it is that you want to achieve. Whatever desires or aspirations that you have can be achieved. And there is a process. So we are going through the steps in that process. And let me just start by saying this. The New Thought teachings, the unity teachings, if you will, teach us fundamentally that we can achieve the good desires of our heart. That's a fundamental aspect of what we teach. So this dream series is a part of that, and we are knowing that by the end of this series, some of you will have manifested some of your dreams. The first step last week was what? Desire. And we said that those desires and those urges and those goals and aspirations that you have come from God. That's where they come from. That's their source. And when you get the urge to do something, to achieve something, to get to a higher level, to overcome something, what that is God is telling you that I have this thing for you. God is telling you, the universe is telling you that this thing is possible for you to achieve. This thing is possible for you to have. Whatever this thing is, no matter how big or how seemingly small. By you having that desire, that is God telling you that you can have it, you can be it, or you can do it. The second step that we discussed last Sunday was decision. And what we said was, once we get the idea, then we have a decision to make. And that decision is to say yes to God. Now, the flip side is that we don't always say yes. Sometimes we get the urge, sometimes we get the desire, but we don't say yes to it. We kind of let it sit there, we kind of waffle, if you will, we kind of waver, or sometimes we just disregard it and push it aside, say, no, that can't be true. That's not possible. You know what I mean? And then you just go on to other things and on and on. But if you really want to achieve your dreams and desires, whatever they may be, we have to make a decision. And the decision is to say yes to God. Yes, I believe this is possible. Yes, I believe I can do this. Yes, I believe I can overcome this. Yes, I believe that I can get from where I am to where I want to be. Now, we also said that undergirding this whole process is the idea and the practice of prayer. Because in order to really know what God has in store for us, it's a matter of listening. Does that make sense? It's a matter of listening to God so that we can truly feel and hear and receive what it is that we are being told, so that we can understand what it is that we are being told by God, by the universe. And again, when we talk about God, we're not talking about a man up in the sky that's looking down on us, that's giving a check mark or X mark. We're talking about the universe, the energy that sustains the universe. The third step in today's lesson, the third step is to ask. Ask. It's not simply enough to want something, but you have to ask for it. Asking is making a demand upon the universe. Stella Terrell Mann, in her book, How to Live in the Circle of Prayer, wrote that God has the good you desire to make your dreams come true, but you must seek, knock, and ask. And she also says that God is unlimited, but you must ask for what you want. You can have $1 million in the bank. You can go into the bank. You can walk up to the teller's window. But guess what? If you don't ask, you won't receive any of that which is yours. So that step of asking is very important. The universe doesn't respond to our wishes, doesn't respond to our hopes. The universe responds to the demands that we place upon it. The universe responds to our asking. And we said previously that asking also means claiming. So we're saying in that asking process, not to ask wondering, not to ask merely hoping, not to ask with uncertainty or doubt, but to ask with confidence, knowing that you are claiming that which the universe has already prepared for you. So we're talking about asking in confidence, asking in a state of assurance, claiming that which is yours. Because guess what? When you go up to that teller's window and you fill out your slip and you hand it to the teller, you are claiming the money that you have in the bank. Isn't that true? Mm-hmm. It's yours. You know it's yours. It's in the bank. So you're not hoping and wondering and wishing that they give it to you. You're not hoping and wondering and wishing, well, gosh, is the money in the bank? Is it really there? Does this teller like me? And is this teller going to give me the money? Maybe I should go to that one over there. Maybe I should let the person get ahead of me so I can go to the next teller. No. You're claiming it because you know it is yours. Isn't that right? Yeah. Well, guess what? There are things in the universe that are yours and that have your name on them. However, the only way to receive them, the only way to experience them is to ask, is to claim it, is to demand that it manifest. The question has been asked, time immemorial, is it okay to ask for things? Is it okay to pray for things? And oftentimes when people come into these teachings, that's a prevalent question because we were taught in church not to ask for things. Ask for things. No, you can't ask God for things because God is trying to, create world peace in the Middle East and over there, So God doesn't care about you asking for this little thing over there. He doesn't want you to ask. You shouldn't ask. Don't ask. It's not fair to God. It's not fair to other people. However, let's set the record straight. Okay? God bless everyone who believes whatever they believe. However, what we believe, what we know, and what we teach is that it's okay to ask for things. It's okay to ask for specific things that you desire in your life, world, and affairs. You know why? Because God has things that he has created and he has prepared for you to experience, for you to have, for you to manifest. He prepared them. He created them for you. But if you don't ask for those things because you feel, oh, well, no, that's not fair, it's not right, it's not Christian, it's not spiritual, well, guess what? If that's the way you feel, and if you therefore don't ask for those things, then guess what? You will not receive those things. And what some of us do when we don't receive those things, we say, well, I guess it wasn't God's will. Hello. That's not true. We put a lot of things on God that aren't on him. We say, well, I didn't get it, so I guess I wasn't meant to get it. That's not necessarily the case. Sometimes we were meant to get it, we were meant to have it, we were meant to do it, but we didn't do the right things so that we could get it, have it, or do it. Does that make sense? Mm-hmm. Because we have a role in this process. Again, people have God all mixed up. They say, well, all I got to do is just sit down and God's going to do it for me. And, if it's God's will, it will happen. If it's not his will, it won't happen. Or I have this illness. Well, it must be God's will.